Sis, especially if you're single and you're trying to bag a man, the competition out here is too stiff for you to be walking around with spider legs on your eyes. What? What? Like, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Nori here. So I'm just gonna get right into the video because I just think these are so fun. I'm pretty sure you've seen in the title what I'm gonna be talking about today. By the way, I'm actually out of town. I'm vlogging as well, so I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna make this video a part of my vlog or if I'm gonna make it a separate video. Probably a separate video. But anyway, I'm literally winding down my night. I have got my, what is this called? Pina colada. I put it in a wine glass. Just don't ask why. It makes me feel fancier. My night is done. I actually literally just finished journaling. Did a little bit of meditation, did a little bit of journaling. All right, so let's start. Or the next one is, I'm really going in on this thing. It's really good. Okay. The first one on my list. Okay, so guys, I have to say this, and I'm sorry. I actually have friends that fall in this category, but I have to say it anyway. Please, I'm begging you, with the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit, stop buying followers. Stop buying followers. Stop buying followers. We know you. Listen, stop buying followers, comments, and likes. Or yeah, especially on Instagram. I think Instagram is probably the easiest app that you can do that. Like, there's not much I can say about this. Just stop it. Like, first of all, I have realized that most of the people that buy followers, there is a deeply rooted insecurity. Like I find that like it's mostly people who are generally just deeply insecure. Not even necessarily about looks. It's like, I mean, not saying that you're ugly or anything. I think that if you're just an insecure person, you're an insecure person. You're insecure about a lot of things about yourself. And so, oh God, like, I don't think you understand. First of all, we know, like it doesn't, a fool can go on your page and look at your posts and just know that you've bought your followers and you've bought your likes and you've bought your comments. Like, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. So stop it. Second of all, like, why not put in the work to actually grow your followers? Like, put in the consistency, put in the work. Like, people have done it, so you know it's possible. I mean, I'm obviously sitting here with like 129 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure 70 of them are bots on YouTube. But I'm here, like, actually putting in the work. Like, it just wouldn't make any sense to me to actually go and like buy subscribers. Like, first of all, if you buy subscribers or followers, you can't monetize that. Like, you just can't. Like, there's no business. There's no like real standing business that's gonna look at your page and be like, "Yep, we want to do business with you," because they can. It doesn't take much to go through your page and know that they're not real, and so there's no business that's gonna pay you to advertise to a wall essentially. Like, those people are not engaging with your content, not authentically at least. And so, what's the point of having them there? What's the point of having them? Like, is it for your ego? Because that's weird. Anyway, listen, just stop buying followers. I don't know why this one makes me laugh so much, but please, I'm begging you, just stop buying followers. Like, just don't do it. Anyway, the next one is, this is especially for women. We really have to learn discernment. It's finished. I'm really trying to milk this thing. I'm milking this thing dry. It's finished. It's done, Nora. Let it go. Anyway, so we really have to learn discernment. And I actually put master discernment. And this is in the sense of like really knowing how to like read people, learn to read people. I think, you know what, let me sort of take that back. Because I think that like these days, most people, like, you know, when somebody means well, you know, when somebody does not have the best intentions for you, right? But whether it's due to attachment, whether it's due to like maybe investment, maybe it's like monetary investment or like time investment or any sort of resource that you've invested in that person, it's much more difficult to like to let go because like you invested yourself, you invested your energy, you invested in that thing, in that person. And so although you can see clear as day that like they have no interest in you, or they don't mean you well, or they don't have the best, they don't have your best interest at heart, you continue to pursue it hoping that they'll change. Listen, there's no judgment here, because trust me, trust trust me when I say I've been there. I've been there. Unfortunately, I don't say that with the biggest pride on my face, but you know what? I might not be proud of it, but I was there. I did it, okay? Learning this, mastering discernment will save you so much heartache. It will save you so much heartbreak. It will save you so much time. It'll save you energy. And just, yeah, just learn to take people at face value. So the quicker we learn that, like, we should fall in love with people, we should like people, we should embrace people into our lives for the things that for how they treat us, and how they've shown up in our lives, the better you'll be in life. This is not just for relationships. I mean, this is not just for like intimate relationships. This is for all relationships in general. Yeah, I think that if you just learn to appreciate people for how they show up in your life, and now how you think that they should be treated based on the things that they have, you will be better off in life. I hope that makes sense. Oh God, I forgot to bring. I'm painting my nails, right? And I just realized that I forgot Q-tips to clean it up on the sides. Oh, this is not gonna. And I don't even have nail polish remover. Oh, who makes these kinds of mistakes? Literally, who? Me. Anyway, so that was master discernment. Also, if you learn how to just take people at face value, like accept the way they treat you as how they feel about you, it stops you from over investing in people's lives, and because you're not over investing, you're not as attached to them emotionally. Hope that makes sense. I feel like that was a relationship advice, but it sort of was a relationship advice, but like a general relationship advice, like a rule to live by in general, not just for like intimate relationships. So I'm not one of those people that's giving relationship advice. Like, I'm single, have never been married. I do want to be married, and I have not accomplished that yet. So that makes me unqualified to give relationship advice. Like, I don't even give relationship advice to my friends anymore. Like, I used to be that girl, but no, like, no, no, no. Like, don't take relationship advice from me, because we on the same boat, sis. So no. Anyway, the next one is meditating. Not, or I should say, not meditating. We're leaving that in 2022. Guys, I started taking meditating really like more seriously this year. And I don't know what it is. Like, so actually, okay, let me pull back a little bit. I went through a little something. I had a little bit of a negative experience. And I was sort of like, I guess you can say, soul searching. I don't know what the heck you want to call it, but and I've always known about meditating, and I've meditated in the past, but nothing like I do now. Like, I realized, like, I didn't even know that I had like severe anxiety until the situation that I went through. And so with meditating, it really does help you not only quiet your mind, but sort of the biggest thing for me was learning how to control my emotions, right? Like, I'm now at a point, let me take a sip. So good. I'm now at a point that I'm so much better at like mastering my emotions. Like I can be in a situation and I'm triggered and I know that I'm triggered. And so if I get angry or if if I react, like I have an outburst or something, it's typically because it's intentional. Like just know that like I've weighed out like, okay, if I have this outburst, how is this going to end? Is this the direction that I want to go in? Is this how I want it to go, you know? Um so yeah. So just mastering your emotions and meditating for me, one of the biggest things that I really wanted to use meditation for was, yes, mastering my emotions, but also I think in relationships also, like if you can learn to be not so emotional, you're less likely to make irrational decisions. You're less likely to regret the decisions that you make. You're less likely to have anxiety or to be like more anxious and be in your head, so much. And so with meditating, I learned to sort of know how I'm feeling, right? Like to put my emotions into words or to sort of like learn my emotions. I'm not sure if that makes any sense. So with meditating, so like a lot of us will be in situations where we know that we're angry. Yes, anger is an emotion, but it's not the only it's not the only negative out of like three emotions. Like are you feeling flustered? Are you feeling anxious? There's so many different things that can be built. I mean, that anger can come from. And so with meditating, I realized like prior to meditating, I didn't even really know how I felt in most instances. Like if I was upset about something, am I really upset or am I anxious? Am I there's so many different words, but essentially if I know how I'm feeling, it's much easier to verbalize those emotions as opposed to only thinking that anger is the only option. So you jump to that, the far end of it. And so this is a power that I've realized that like I didn't even realize so many people had, but it really does help you navigate relationships much better, navigate life much better, not I sound like a kid from like Little Rascals, much better. Navigate like your career much better. And so just learning how to like quiet your mind and really zone in on your emotions and really feel your emotions and not be in your head about them, but really like feel them. Where are you feeling it? What exact emotion are you feeling, And so I think that like just if more people adopted meditating, and I'm talking on a daily basis, like I'm now at a point that I'm meditating for 30 minutes a day, ideally twice a day, but absolutely in the morning. Like it's not an option. Like it's not, no, non-negotiable. Like I have to meditate before I even start my day. And I know a lot of people have always talked about it, but now that I'm actually like experiencing it, game changer for me, absolute game changer. So yes, let's please adopt meditating. So the next one is living out of our means. So this one actually had to make the list for me because I am a finance person. I'm an accountant, and so this is like a never ending battle. Like even me as an accountant, I have this problem too, where like I have a hard time really just sort of like staying within my means. Like I know the lifestyle I can afford. I know how much my paychecks are every month. I know how much I get paid and all of that. But I sometimes still find myself like falling short where I've overspent. Um so for me, I have my savings account and I like to have a certain amount of money in there and I like to have a certain amount of money go in there every month. And so let's say for example my save like ideally I want my savings account to receive $500 a month, right? There have been some months where I'm only able, and this is complete place of privilege. I get it. Like I'm not even acting like it's not, but because I know a lot of people don't even have like the ability to even have a savings account. So I'm very grateful. But if I can only put in like $400 or even $300 into my savings account that month instead of the 500, that's ideal to me. Like I will get anxious. Like I will like have a panic attack and all these things. And so I need to learn to budget better. I need to learn to like have my money in order to where um I'm not living out of my means, to where I'm not like living, paycheck to paycheck, where I have bills that I feel like I can't cover, or, certain things come up. Like I get scared where I'm like, oh God, if my car broke down this month, like that would be it. Like I would be shut out of luck. Like I don't want to be in that position. It's a very stressful position to be in. I think personally, especially as a woman, because again, back to the feminine and masculine BS, but as a woman or as a person in general, like you're not really living. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're not really experiencing life. I'm not even talking about like traveling and doing all these grand things, but just being in your body and being in yourself and just being content and being happy. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you're concerned that like the wrong move can set you off in the wrong direction, like you're stressed out. You're stressed out all the time. Like your moves has to be calculated. Like you're scared. Okay, this is gonna be it. Is that gonna be it? Is that gonna be it? Like, and so I definitely think that more people need to take on like um financial education, and you have to do it by yourself, because obviously these things are not things that you're going to learn in school. So you won't get anywhere by complaining about it. You won't get anywhere by talking about it. The only way to get ahead is by literally learning about financial, is by educating yourself financially. Like you have to. No one's going to come to your doorstep. No one's going to show up for you. You have to show up for yourself. And so yeah, like I had to put that on the list. Like we have to learn to start, like if that means that you have to give up your apartment and move in with your parents for a year, think of how much money you could save in that year. 1 year, literally put a countdown on a calendar and count down by day by day. It's 365 days. I'm telling you, if you're paying $1,000 for rent, especially if you're single or you live alone, you don't have a family, you don't have children, you don't have spouses, or anything like that, especially, and you are in a position where you can move in with your parents and pay significantly less bills or pay no bills at all. If you're paying $1,000 a month for rent, which is very unlikely these days, but what if you are, right? Intentionally moving with your family, moving with somebody, get a roommate, I don't care, rent a room somewhere. If you're single, I'm sorry, you have no business, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have no business having your own apartment. I said it. I don't care how old you are. If you are single without children, especially without a spouse, actually, even if you have a spouse, if it's just two of you, you have no children, you have no business, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, you have no business having your own space. Like you have no business doing, you absolutely should have a roommate. You absolutely should be living out of your parents' space. But whatever it is, do not get hung up by like all these people on social media trying to make it seem like, they're living $1 million lives. No, they're not. Anyway, I digress. My point is that really evaluate your life with the intention of giving up something or like compromising. You'd be surprised how much money you can save in a year. Give it a year of you just going hard at your goals. You'd be surprised what you can accomplish. I'm trying to be steady because I don't have. Oop, that was close. All right, so. Oh, come on. Is this a joke? I can't even look at my phone. All right, so living out of your means. Oh, the next one is forgetting that social media is not real life. This subject has been beaten on the head so many times that I feel so silly even touching on it, but I just have to. Like, I know people personally in my life that I have to constantly remind too. And also, let me not take away from the fact that like social media actually can be real life, right? I know a lot of people, when they say social media is not real life, they sort of mean it in the sense that like people are faking sometimes. When people post their relationship pictures and they seem like, quote unquote relationship goals and not really relationship goals, and maybe those smiles are fake, or they're scripted, or they are staged, or whatever, right? There are some content on social media that is real. Like, there are some couples that are genuinely that happy. There are some people whose careers are going that well. There are some people whose family, and all of these things are people that are just winning for real in real life, and they're posting about it, and it's real. But you have to also ask yourself, when somebody's posting like a highlight reel of their life, whether it's real or it's fake or whatever, why is it so triggering to you? Like, why are you taking it so personally to where now you're so depressed, and people are accomplishing all these things? Like, for me, like, I'm at the point now that like social media is pure entertainment. Hold on, let me back up. Except for the girls with the bodies, like, I be on, and I'm not talking about the paid for bodies, because I can't compete. I'm not there. I'm not paying for my body. I ain't got the bread. No, I'm talking about the natural bodies. These girls that be in the gym, I'm like, y'all really look this good? Is this my competition? For me, I guess maybe that's what I see on my feed, because that's like my pain point or whatever. But I digress. So, but even then, right, I see it as like a motivator. I see it as like, okay, these girls have these bodies, so clearly it's possible. A lot of it is genetics, yes. But if I can sit here, if I can't sit here and say that I have given it my all, like I have put everything into it, I've shown up for myself, I've eaten right, I've worked out, I've done the exercise, I've been like given 110%, I can't complain. I can only see them and be like, yes, sis, go ahead, do you, right? And so with social media, I think that like we need to come to a point where we're viewing people's lives from that perspective, instead of jealousy, but from a place of like, you know what? And let me go harder. If I want to be where they're at, let me come harder. That's just how I see it. So, yes, social media is not real life in the sense that you shouldn't be comparing your life to other people's lives, because obviously, like, your calling is not their calling, and you're not gonna accomplish the same things that they accomplish in the same amount of time. But if you do feel called to be where they're at and get what they have and accomplish the same things that they have, work as hard as they like. I don't think we're also being honest with ourselves. Like, it's crazy to me how people are not being honest with themselves about like how much work and dedication and time and energy and all these things it takes to accomplish the things that people have accomplished. Like, anything you want to do, anything worth having is worth working for. Period. The next one I'd say is this masculine versus feminine, oh God, gender war, I guess you can call it. I don't know what the heck you want to call it. It's so played out. By the way, I'm doing a second coat now. And this is also called Read My Fortune Cookie by OPI. Ooh. Anyway, you guys know what OPI is. I don't need to show you this. It's called Read My Fortune Cookie. It's literally my favorite color for my nail polish. Oh, I've already done a second coat. No, I haven't. This might be a second or third coat. I can't tell. Anyway, so this masculine versus feminine gender war that we're having on social media, like, people like to talk. Let them talk. Half of these people that are commenting, it's not backed by science, it's not backed by research. It's backed strictly by opinion. So you're telling me that all these people have a platform of hundreds of thousands of people following them and hanging by their word, and they have no merit on these subjects. It's strictly opinion, and we know it's opinion, and we take these people to heart. These people have YouTube accounts, they have Facebook accounts, they have TikTok. Oh no, my nails. Ticka. I said ticka. Anyway, they have TikTok accounts and Instagram accounts First of all, do people forget that like these platforms pay you to be on there? So if you're getting paid to do something, like if you want to open a business, aren't you going to go and find the most trendy or the most talked about or the most followed or something that's like guaranteed or like close to guaranteed to bring you to make you money? Literally, like to make you money, like obviously. So I don't understand how we just assume that because somebody has a camera and a microphone and a tripod and they're consistent, somehow their word is gold. I don't get that. I don't get that. Listen, this feminine versus masculine war, this is my opinion on it. Opinion, by the way. I'm not a master on the subject, but this is strictly opinion. My opinion is that women bring an element of feminine or apparently we're not just talking about women. You know what? We're not gonna go down that path. Women bring a certain je ne sais quoi to the world, to life, to a certain feminine energy or whatever you want to call it to the world. And men also brings certain feminine, masculine energy to the world, right? And so the both of them are necessary to excel, to live, to thrive. Like they're necessary for us to just function through the world, like through life. And so how is it that we're demonizing each other for having it or not having it? And if somebody, like as a woman, if I was not feminine or I was, it's probably because, or if, okay, let me put it like this. If I'm not submitting to something that should come naturally to me, it means that I'm probably wounded or something has suppressed that nature, that natural instinct in me, right? And so if I see someone doing the opposite of what's natural to them, the last thing I want to do is demonize them. The last thing I want to do is break them down. I would be more concerned about trying to heal them, because I know that nothing feels better than doing something that comes naturally to you. Because if something comes naturally to you, it's natural, so you do it well. So that's just my opinion on it. I think that we should be more focused on healing each other's masculine and feminine energy, as opposed to taking advantage of the fact that maybe a woman is not feminine enough, she's masculine, so we're, as a man, you want to take advantage of her, or just getting rid of her. Like, imagine you meet someone and they're wounded in that way, and you help them through their healing process, and you sort of like live this beautiful life together. Like, that is such an intense process to go through, that like it will build your relationship so much stronger than anything you could ever go through. My opinion, again, am I an expert? No, I'm not. This is my opinion. Maybe that's why I'm single, so whatever. Anyway, yeah. The next one, okay, so if I have to deal with this phone again. Single relationship coaches. Where do they do that at? Since when did this start? Okay. I'm sorry. If you are single, which is not married, never been married, I don't care if you're engaged, I don't care if you've been engaged for the last 10 years, I do not care. I don't care if you've been with your partner, with your boyfriend, I don't care if you have a domestic partnership, I don't care if you've been together for the last 200 years, you're not married. Therefore, you are automatically disqualified from giving me advice on how to get married. It's like simple math. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. If you are a single human being, how are you going to teach me how to be the second piece of a couple? How are you going to teach me how to be married, how to get married? You've never been married. You've never done so successfully. My criteria, listen, guys, I have a mentor, right? career mentor. And before I chose this mentor, my one of my criterias was this person's career life. Is this where I want to be? Is this where I would see myself 10 years from now? And the answer was yes. And so because of that, I continue to pursue this person to be my mentor. Why are we not applying the same logic to like our relationship and relationship coaches or relationship advice? Like, I'm single. I don't even let my friends ask me for relationship advice anymore. Like I used to be that girl giving advice to everybody. No. How am I going to give somebody who's trying to get married advice when I've never been married? All my decisions, my decision making process, all my everything I've done has led me to be single. So why would I give you advice on how to be married? That don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. It literally doesn't make any sense to me. So whatever. All these people, like even Kevin Samuels, although yes, I can look at Kevin Samuels' content and I feel like there's a lot of truth to some things that he was saying. The fact of the matter is the man wasn't married. Not only that, but he was divorced. He was divorced. I look at people like Pearl. I don't know her last name. Just Pearly Things is her YouTube. She's a tall white girl, blonde hair, young. I think she's like 25, 26. I don't know how old she is. She's fairly young. She's in her like mid 20s, I believe. This girl is on. Oh my God. It's so comical to me. It's so comical to me. No shade to the girl. I don't know her personally, whatever. But how is everybody not looking at this and thinking these people are just great public speakers? You're just a great public speaker. You saw a topic, you thought, this sounds interesting, and I have an opinion on it, and you gave your opinion. How are people not thinking about this? This girl is a 25, 26, early 20 or mid 20s, 20-year-old girl who has never been married. Again, I don't know her well, so I don't know if she's held down a relationship for the past 10 years. That would be weird because she would have started at like 15, but whatever. I would have more grace for her if she had been in a relationship for 10 years. I would have more grace for her. But she is a single young girl teaching women how to be married, trying to talk to women about how to get married. It blows my mind. And this girl has like 1 million subscribers or something like that on YouTube. No shade to her. I'm not saying that there's no truth or anything or validity to anything that they're saying. My point is that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No one should give a fuck. Excuse me, I don't want to cuss on here. No one should care about anything you're saying. What you could be giving me all the facts. You could be giving me all the rules. But I'm sorry, I don't care. Listen, I will not listen to you until it's backed by somebody who has been married for 10 years successfully. 10 years plus. You've been through the ringer, you've been on the roller coaster, like you've been through it with this person and you're still standing strong. You guys are still 10 toes in. Is it 10 toes deep? 10 toes in? Whatever. Anyway. This girl, Pearl, and then there's the men. There's Kevin Samuels, like I said, I won't lie. The only person that I probably will listen to is Father Alex. His page is Mindful Attraction. Specifically, the only reason why I'll actually even pay attention to his stuff is because, one, he does seem to have an approach of like psychological approach, like actions and things that you would say and how they affect people mentally. And this is stuff that actually has been proven scientifically, and there's articles and there's research and everything that backs up a lot of what he says. That's my reason for even listening to him. And he specifically gives advice for toxic people. Like if you've dealt with anyone that's toxic and you watch his content, like you'll get it. You absolutely will get it. So yeah. But all these other people, I'm like, bro, like this is crazy. Like y'all really got like hundreds of thousands of followers. Y'all never been married. Like look at somebody like even Derek Jackson. Yeah, Derek Jackson. He's going through a divorce now. He gives, These people are just public speakers. They're great public speakers. Like, relationships cannot come down to just a 10-minute speech that you give on social media. Like, come on, guys. Like, are we this delusional? Are we this desperate for help? Are we? Are we this disconnected from reality? I mean, now he's getting married. I mean, now he's getting divorced. I'm sorry, Derek Jackson. But I mean, I still was not a fan of his to begin with, even before the whole, the previous allegation that he had about cheating. I should say an allegation, scandal. Even before the previous scandal he had, like, I really just was never a fan of his. There's just something about him just seems too gimmicky to me. But I know he's got the following. I know tons of women love him. Like, also, I just have a hard time, like, just taking advice on something that's such an integral part of my life from a complete stranger. Like, I'm more likely to take that kind of advice from somebody that I just meet on the street than somebody who is putting out content for money. That's what I mean. Like, don't forget, these people are getting paid to do this. In a 365-day year, there's only so much advice you can give that's legitimate. There's only so much you can talk about on social media. But yet these people continuously, endlessly come up with topics and content, and no one is questioning their merit. No one is questioning, like, well, what gives you the merit to speak so boldly on this topic? Especially Derek Jackson, because of the whole allegation that happened the first time. Y'all still followed him. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Y'all still followed him. I think he actually got even more followers after that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I literally do not. I don't even think you could pay me to understand it. I don't think I want to understand it. I don't get it. So, yeah, that's that one. The other one is, y'all, those Spidey, oh, my nails. Oh, no, look what I did. You see it? Dang it. That's what I get for talking shit. Anyway, those Spidey lashes, y'all, what? Huh? What are those? Where did those come from? What pit of hell? What pit of hell did Satan slide those out of? And do we have the receipt, and what's a return policy? Because what? What the heck do I? Now I feel like I have one of those eyelashes on my eyes. Y'all. What the? Oh, it's my hair. Ow, that hurt. Y'all, those lashes. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The Spidey senses. Oh, okay, if I ruin another nail, I'm gonna be pissed. Those Spidey lashes that look like, I don't know if they look like spider web. No, it's not spider web. They look like spider legs. That's what it is. They look so ridiculous. They look so crazy. There has not been a single human being that I've seen with those lashes and I'm like, yes, sis. Yes, you're killing them. And I know it's not, even other women who wear those lashes, I have never seen them compliment each other on those lashes. Never. Like, it seems like we're finding different ways to be less attractive. Like, we're looking for, like, we're just constantly, like, seeking out different ways to be less attractive. Sis, especially if you're single and you're trying to bag a man, the competition out here is too stiff for you to be walking around with spider legs on your eyes. What? What? Like, I'm sorry. can't. The competition is too stiff out here for you to be walking around with spider legs on your eyes. What? No, especially if you're single, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. They look crazy. You look ridiculous. And trust me, people are talking about you behind your back. So I'm going to leave you with that. Do with that as you please. The last one, this one is not, the next one, this one is not as bad or whatever, but it's still something that's near and dear to my heart. It's those extra long claw nails. Not even the claw, like the extra long nails. First of all, let me say that I thought those nails became popular for like women like me who have extra chunky and thick fingers. So we want to like elongate our nails or our fingers. So we wear those long nails to sort of like look a little bit more, you know, feminine, a little bit more, whatever. Child, I can't breathe. Those nails, they're so, first of all, my main thing behind them, I don't believe that they're attractive personally. Those extra long nails. How are you functional in life? Like, how do you go through life? Like, I couldn't walk in your house. I couldn't be out walking your house. Forget that. I can be at work and they say, Brittany made the sweet potatoes, or Brittany made the mashed potatoes or whatever, and you got them extra long nails. I couldn't eat your food. There ain't no way. There's no way I could eat your food. Why? Because I know how extremely unhygienic those nails are. I know how unhygienic they are. Listen, my nails are short, right? My nails are short. I get acrylic every now and again. Personally, I stopped getting acrylic a while ago because I can't. Like, my nails are extremely thin. They break very easily, and every single time, I'm not saying sometimes, I'm not saying most times, I'm saying every single time, my nails break, my nails crack. And taking those the acrylic nails off when my nails break, with my thin nails, it's unbearable for me. The pain consistently, no. No. Pain is not that much of a beauty, so no, I have to get rid of that. But those extra long, I'm going to find a picture and put it up. I have to find a picture and put it up. Okay, seriously, I need to stop talking shit because my nails, we got to get rid of them. They got to go. They got to go. They got to go. So, they look bad. You cannot tell me that you do not go to the toilet and consistently get poop under your nails with them extra long nails. You just can't. No, I'm not convinced. No, and you cannot convince me. You cannot pay me to convince me. No, you can't. We got to stop them. They're not attractive. They're unhygienic. How do you function in this life with them? So yeah, guys, anyway, my nails are done. I'm happy with them. I didn't bring my nail polish remover, so all like the extras, I'm pretty sure you guys can see like on my skin and stuff, I'm gonna just have to wait for like a day or two for them to fall off, because they'll fall off. They fall off pretty quickly. But my nails are done. I'm happy with them. So, and that is the end of the video. That's all I got for you guys today. That was, oh no, I'm lying. I have one last one, an extra bonus for the gals, if you will. And that is, we gotta get rid of the Crocs. The Crocs gotta go. They gotta go. If I was to pick, again, I didn't do these in any particular order, but if I was to pick, it's the lashes and the Crocs. The Crocs are like an extra bonus because I was only supposed to do 10, but I had so many and I had to narrow it down to 10, and I just couldn't narrow it down. And so I did look like 10 plus 1. And the Crocs, they gotta go. They got to go. Father God, release my people from the shackles of the Crocs, because y'all don't know when to quit. Y'all be at the mall, the movies. Like back in the day, I don't know if they were Crocs or they were Croc-like shoes, but I knew Crocs to be like those shoes that like you wear when you, like if you're at the beach, right? And you're gonna go take a shower, like at the, the public showers, like you wear Crocs or you wear those like house slippers sort of thing, because you don't want your feet to touch, like a dirty floor that everybody's feet touch, which makes sense. But now again, like I said, it's like we're looking for any potential way to not look attractive, and we are just, we're grabbing it, we're holding on, we don't want to let it go. This makes me look less attractive. Yeah, let me hold on. This is not just for this is for everybody. I don't care if you're white, black, tall, short, Latin, whatever. My Father God, release my people from the shackles of the cross. Putting cute little like dainty, shiny stuff is not making them cute. They're ugly. They're ugly. They make you look terrible. It's just not a good look. Anyway, guys, I'm done. That's all I got for you guys today. This has been actually a pretty fun video. I got my nails done, so I had to kill two birds with one stone. I did my own nails before somebody says something. And that's all I got for you guys. If you guys have a couple of your own, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear them. And this has been a pretty long video. I didn't expect this to be this long, but I'll see what I can edit down. And if you guys enjoyed this content, definitely do me the favor of hitting the like button. And if you want more where that came from, absolutely consider subscribing. Thanks, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.